When a lot of the things that have been happening in the world lately started happening, between COVID and this newfound global war on white supremacy, when it first came to be, I was kind of worried because it's like, why is this happening now? And then I think over time I got more comfortable because it gave me a sense that we might be the ones that actually can do away with the systems of injustice. I would like to believe that all the stuff that we're going through right now is transformative in the immediate sense that my daughters are going to grow up in a much more safe and just society. I personally think that the way that I was taught about a lot of this stuff in terms of like equality itself, it was taught to me in a way that it was like that racism was in the past tense. There were people that didn't know that we were supposed to all be the same, and so they made mistakes, and then eventually we all learned and grew from it. And that's not necessarily true or the reason why there was racial inequality. It was so that certain people could have a better life, and it didn't treat anybody that was considered other in humane ways. And it's not something that's over either.
People need to see that there are people treated differently based on their skin color.
Yeah, it's like a form of defense to be like, hey, we all have the same rights out here. Hey, we're all the same. Hey, I don't see color. But it also, that helps you ignore the systems of injustice.
I honestly just feel like it starts at home. Like, I feel like racism is born at home. If their parents or like other people are talking about people based on their skin color, I feel like that kind of makes them have that disposition towards people of color. And so I just feel like kids need to be taught to love people, and not they don't see that they're color, but just love them in spite of it all, like, and just be kind to everyone.
I think the way that you address what's going on in the country right now with your kids is head on, and not necessarily a way that's so visceral that like it makes your kids over emotional, but in a way that's direct. If you're a parent of black children, it's important that you empower them and explain to them the beauty that's within their blackness, because that's not going to really come outside of the home. There's not a lot of representation of beauty within, the mainstream media that looks like us. If you're a white parent or any other parent, you got to just teach your kids the history of the United States and how it started with chattel slavery, and how even when slavery was abolished, there was Jim Crow laws, the, prison industrial complex. Just teaching them that there's a lot of ways that slavery didn't end. And so if you can be intent in teaching them that, and that certain people have a leg up in this world, and that it's our job to create equity, then I think you're on the right path.
I can only hope that the future for the kids is just more loving, more unity, I think, in general. Right now it's very divisive, and you can feel it everywhere you go.
I think because this is such a year of learning, and because we have 13 years before Kinsley's going off into the world on her own and in college and stuff like that, that we got a good chance of actually having a better world for our kids to live in.